Good afternoon, my lord. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present the very most interesting book for the managers. Seriously interesting book because managing your career is the most very important thing wherever you go in your life. See, in this book is done by Harvard Business Press. They have created a 50 lessons like industry, and they are creating the books on different management issues. So the first thing that what they want to tell is choose your words carefully. So choosing the words carefully means what? Nowadays we can see around us everyone will be using all the F words and whatever not shit words, everything. But when you are in a manager position or when your position is growing every now and then you have to choose your words very carefully. Why? Because whatever you insist the word, whatever the word you pronounce, whatever word you say to your employer, to the meeting or to the people or whatever it might be, it might present on the magazine front page. Whatever the author want to tell is like, it can showcase like a big thing. So when you are showcased like that, you don't know, you don't think that they are taking your words into their minds, but each and every word what you're saying to them will be kept into their minds instantly. So choose your words carefully because here they give the example of Paul Anderson with Sarah. So in that example what he is saying that Sarah is an Ivy group member and he wanted her in planning department. So he gave her 1 year of time in planning department. So what she need to do is she has to plan for the organization. So in 1 year if she succeeds in her work, then he is going to appoint her for the next term also. So otherwise if she is not done with her work excellently or if she is not succeeded in their work, then he is going to remove her. So after 1 year, Sarah wants to know what he was thinking about her performance. But what did Anderson did, he himself was thinking how she was doing, she's doing well in her work and all, but he never expressed her with her. So one day she came, at the end of the year she came to Anderson and she is asking him, "Sir, is my performance not so good? Should I go back? Am I that poor in my performance?" She is asking like that, and Anderson said, "No, you have done a very good work." But if he has done this previously, she might have felt very happy. But she going there and asking him and he is telling, "Yeah, you have done it well." And before that, he coming to her and telling her, "You have done an excellent job, very good thing, very nicely you have done. You can continue with this job." How it will be? That both situations are different. So you have to make a word with her previously. Not when she come and ask you whether I have done it right or not. So as a manager, you have to know that you have to appreciate every now and then with your employer. And even then, anything you say once, it becomes indelibly imprinted in people's mind. That's what I told. Whatever you speak, they grasp it. So be careful with your words. And the next thing is like, you have to be a smart manager and don't repeat your mistakes. Please. Because when you repeat your mistakes, there will be no other chance for you to prove yourself. So when you have done a mistake, it's done, not a problem. If you are doing mistakes, it's not a problem at all. Every human being have been doing the mistakes every now and then. But you have to learn from the mistakes and you shouldn't repeat it anymore. That is the thing you have to learn. So everyone makes mistakes regardless of their career experience. Even the experienced candidates also do many mistakes. So please don't repeat that. Firing someone for making a mistake may be an error on your part. When you are a manager or when you are in a highest position in your company, please keep it in mind that you are not firing a candidate because he has done a mistake for once. If he is repeating, then it's other point. But when he is doing a mistake for once, let him know that it is a mistake, so you don't repeat it. And if he is not listening to that, then you have to take another action. Okay? And you may find you learn best from your ideas and failures. When you are failing, you will learn more and more. So, be smart managers, and we just have to find a way managing the risk and getting it under control. And later on, this is an interesting thing in this book, challenging ideas and not people. We have to get clarity about this. When you are challenging in your organization or with your fellow being, you have to be careful whom you are challenging. You are challenging their idea or you are challenging that person. You have to be very specific about that. You never should challenge with the people. You have to challenge with the idea which they are opposing with you. So, challenging ideas almost always improves your idea. When you are challenging someone ideas, that means you are having some other idea which is very better than theirs. So, here it will improve your ideas. And but challenging ideas is often confused in challenging person and the idea. So, managers need to create an atmosphere in your, like means you are the managers, right? Upcoming managers, you have to be very free with your employees that they convey everything what they are thinking they should convey with you. Here in this book, he has given everything with examples. I can't go on telling you examples because there is a time limit. So I am giving you the gist of this book. So you should encourage comments and suggestions and hand them to your co-workers. And then the virtuous circle of competence and confidence. These two are combinedly used. When you have competence, you will be very confident. And when you are confident, you will be having competence. These two are virtuous circles. Why? Because if you are competent in something, that means if you are knowledgeable about a particular thing or particular aspect, then you will be confident in producing that. When you are not confident about that, you cannot produce anything about that. It's as similar as that. So, competence and confidence both are running one on another. Both will be combinedly used. And difference between confident and being assertive, like you are confident and your arrogant is different. Confidence is different, arrogant is different. Some of the women in this book, he gave an example of the woman. What women think is like when she is going confident in her nature, when she is presenting very confidently, she thinks that the person or the people who are sitting before her, they will be thinking that she is over self, she is very much overacting or like something oneself, she is thinking oneself like that. But here the author is saying that confidence is different and arrogance is different. Okay, so you have to know the difference about that, and as a manager you have to make your employees know this difference, because in future you will be working with women employees also, and women will be working under you and with you. So you have to tell them about the difference of this competency and confidence and also arrogancy and all. If you fail in this task, try not to let it overshadow your competence and ultimately your confidence in the future projects. So take ownership of your own development. See, nowadays we will see all the employees will be thinking that manager should tell me the task perfectly what we should do. Now also we are doing the Samanvay, for example. In Samanvay we have been given some task. In that task we don't know what to do because we don't know what previous session has been done, how the Samanvay has been held in the past year. So we want to know what are the objectives we need to take, what are the precautions we need to take for that. So we are going on asking our seniors or lecturers what we have to do and what all. But as a manager here, what he is saying that you have to come up with your own ideas. For example, here he gave the example of a swimming. You don't know to swim at all. When you are taken to a swimming pool and when he throw you into the swimming pool, what will you do? My simple question. What will you do? You will down, go down. When you go down, what happens? You will be staying there itself, still like that. No, right? You will be trying to coming down. You will be trying how to come up. For that, what do? You will be cycling with your legs. You don't know that you have to cycle for getting swimming. But what do? You will be cycling. In the same way, managers will be doing what is, you have to learn from your own thoughts. Not everything will be pushed by them. You have to learn from your own thoughts. In the same way, you have to do everything. So take ownership of your own development. The best organization reward the boss for developing the leaders. Of course, bosses will be developing the leaders, but in all the cases it is not like that. So you have to develop yourself. So you have to take your own mentors like books or any other mentors for guiding yourself. And then the 3 essential attributes for career development. What are the 3 essential attributes which you need for your career development is that being demanding. You should always be demanding. Okay? Whatever it might be, about yourself or about the boss or about the company, whatever it might be, you have to be demanding. You shouldn't be like sitting aside and whatever it happened, it happened. you should be very demanding. And the second thing is resilience and perseverance. You will be having, like he told, peaks and valleys. You may having peaks and valleys in your career. So when you are in a valley, please get out from that very faster. Otherwise, you will go into depression, as what Sir told. So you have to be resilient always, and you have to be. You should have a can-do attitude. I can do is the best thing a manager should hold, or the best thing an employee should hold. So you should always be with a can-do attitude, and discussing your expectations and your aspirations with the person whom you work with will always develop with you. And make time for unexpected. Don't always mingle with guys who are like-minded, because if you are with a like-minded person, then you will get only like same situations arises, and same ideas you generate and all. When you are with other people, other-minded people, then you learn lot more things. And work as a learning experience. Whatever work you are in, you take it as an experience. Don't think that you're above that work, or you're below for that work, or you're not suitable for that, or you're over for that, like that. And my view on this book is, it's an excellent book, as I mentioned in the previous itself. So here, it is an accumulated stories of great leaders, or the great business leaders who has been into the business world for more than 30 to 50 years. So their experiences will work us for many things. Here also I mentioned, we have to learn from others' mistakes. Thank you so much. Any queries?